All right, welcome to Chef's Sake and Eagle Rants. It's me, Mike. Sorry for the inactivity. I sincerely apologize. Without further ado, let's get right into our week 6, 7, whatever it is, week 7 picks. Um, so actually, wait. All right, welcome to Eagle Rants and Chef's Sake. It's me, Mike. I apologize for the inactivity, but that's besides the point. Let's get into the week 6 recap. So week 6, there were, I want to say, there were 15 games this past week, and I want to talk about the my game predictions and how they all went. Starting with the Chiefs and Broncos, I had the Chiefs winning that game. I didn't feel like that was a question at all. Ravens and Titans, I had the Ravens. The Titans are just an abysmal team. Commanders and Falcons, the Commanders won. I did have the Commanders winning the game. The Falcon, I know Desmond Ridder was like undefeated at home since college, but it's that Commanders defense is, especially compared against the Falcons. I just didn't see the Falcons doing anything with it, and yeah, so I had them winning. Vikings and Bears, I had the Vikings. I didn't really feel like that was a question. Seahawks and Bengals, this was a tough one to do, but I don't know. I forget who I had. For the sake of the argument, I picked Seattle. I thought the cornerbacks of Devin Witherspoon and Tariq Woolen were gonna do good. I thought they're gonna score more points, but they ended up losing by 4. But I think Witherspoon held his ground against Jamar Chase. I mean, I know that for a fact because Jamar was on my fantasy team, so there's that. Next game, the Niners and Browns. I had the Niners. I mean, I felt like every single soul did, but the Browns pulled off the upset with P.J. Walker at quarterback, which is good. Love to see it. Came from Temple in Elizabeth, New Jersey. I've been following him since college. He's probably my favorite Temple quarterback. But congrats to him. Trent Williams got hurt, Trent Williams, Deebo Samuel, and Christian McCaffrey were hurt, and that's when it went downhill for Brock Purdy. He went 12 for 27, 125 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. I mean, I hate to sound like that guy, but I had a debate with someone about Brock Purdy, and I told him he's a system quarterback and a game manager, kind of like a Cooper Rush kind of guy. I mean, Purdy gets a job done, but I really feel like they overrate him. Like the media overrates him a bit, considering like who he has on his team with him. Like he has McCaffrey, Ayuk, Debo, all of those guys, and even Kittle, all those guys who you give short passes to, they'll take it all the way to the house because that's what most of them are known for, especially Debo. And then you have Trent Williams and Kyle Shanahan as your head coach, who's a offensive guru. So now, like I was talking about like how I thought Purdy was overrated because of all that stuff, and because I said I've never seen this guy throw deep at all. It's like really rare. I don't see this guy throw the ball like deep at all. When I mean deep, I mean like 20, 30 yards deep downfield. Because we started talking, somehow Hurts got into the conversation saying Hurts doesn't have the best arm in the league. I'm like, well, I know he doesn't have the arm power of like Josh Allen, but he throws the ball deep every game. Every time I watch Purdy, his furthest throw air yard wise is like 15 yards. It's rare I see him throw deep. And I saw like it's like NFL Next Gen Stats, something like that, and they show you like where the quarterback's passes where they're incomplete, where there are touchdowns, interceptions, all that stuff. And for Brock Purdy, I forget what game it was, but every single throw of his was like less than 20 yards, and the vast majority of them were within 5 to 10 yards. So Like, I really just feel like he's a check down merchant. I mean, because that's all. Because that's all he pretty much does. He dumps it off to Debo. He dumps it off to Debo and McCaffrey, and they just do all the work. Like, I never see him throw the deep ball. And today, like, he did struggle, like it showed. Now, to be fair, he went against a Cleveland defense, which is the best in the league. But you saw what happened when he didn't have McCaffrey and Debo. Now, I know those are, like, his two best players, but it just goes to show you, like, it just didn't go well. And plus, every time he plays, like, an actual defense is when shit hits the fan. Eagles. Like, the Eagles game, the NFC Championship game last year, I didn't want to sound like that, but he didn't look comfortable at all. We were making him uncomfortable. We're rushing everyone at him. Like, whatever. And then this game, 12 for 27. So, I just wanted to get it off my chest. I don't want to sound like I'm hating on Brock Purdy, but I just feel like the media, just like they do with everything else, they overrate some players a little bit. And people want to say this, like Hurts this year, yeah, Hurts isn't really doing the best. And that's actually the next game I'm going to get into. But Hurts, I think, is a better quarterback than Purdy, but some people are saying otherwise. I'm like, okay, well, whatever. So, yeah, let's get into the Eagles game. Oh, my God. So I thought we were going to be the undefeated team in the league. Wait, are these 1 o'clock games? Yeah, let me get the first. Let me get the 1 o'clock games. Yeah, the Dolphins and Panthers. The Dolphins, without a question, I had. The Colts and Jaguars, I picked the Jags because the Colts haven't beaten Jacksonville, and Jacksonville, God knows how long. Saints and Texans, I picked the Texans because the Saints just flat out suck. The Eagles and Jets game, obviously I picked the Eagles, but we fucking lost. It was hard. That was the worst game I watched. Hurts threw a touchdown, but he also threw 3 picks. Now, to be fair, 2 of the picks weren't his fault. The first one, Goddard didn't catch it. It bounced right into Quinnen Williams' hands. The second one, I guess I kind of do want to say was his fault a little bit, because the pocket was collapsing and he really wasn't moving around that much, and he took a while. Someone hit his arm, it was in the air, and a pick, so you could, I guess, it can go either way. But the third one was definitely his fault. I don't know what the hell he was thinking. There's 2 guys on Goddard, and he threw the pick. It was horrible. So, yeah, it's disgusting. But yeah, I had the Eagles, so that's my my second incorrect pick of the week. The Cardinals and the Patriots and Raiders. I picked the Raiders. I mean, this was Battle of the Mid, I believed. But, dude, both teams just flat out suck, but the Patriots have sucked even more. And the Raiders just had, like, better players, so I felt like that was a pretty simple formula. If a team with better players goes against a team that just flat out sucks, you would think they'd win, and they did win. Jacoby Myers went off. He had 5 catches, 61 yards, and a touchdown. So good for him. And, yeah, that's another game. Then we have the Lions and Buccaneers. I picked the Lions. I really didn't feel like that was a question. Unfortunately, David Montgomery got hurt. He's on my fantasy team, too. Cardinals and Rams. I picked the Rams. That wasn't the question. Giants and Bills. I picked the Bills, but the Bills almost lost the game. I really feel like the Giants should have won the game, especially on the last play. They missed an obvious holding call on whoever was guarding Darren Waller. And Tyrod Taylor did pretty good going against the. I think he outperformed. I really think he outperformed Josh Allen. Josh Allen went 19 for 30. He had 2 touchdowns and a pick and 169 yards. Tyrod Taylor completed 67% of his passes for 200 yards. So I think he outperformed him. And it was a 14-9 score. Holy shit, that's bad. So yeah, I had the Bills, but I didn't think it was gonna be that close. Cowboys and Chargers. I'm not going to lie to you, I did pick the Chargers. Because the Chargers were getting some of their guys back, like Eckler. And the Cowboys are missing, like, Trayvon Diggs and all that stuff. But the Cowboys end up winning the game because the Chargers just flat out suck. Justin Herbert threw yet another game-sealing interception. So, yeah. So throughout the week, there was 15 games. I went 13-2, which is a record I'll gladly take. Now on to week 7. So, the Thursday night game, it was the Jags and Saints. I picked the Jags because, like I said, the Saints are horrible. I do not like the Saints whatsoever. And you know how Matt feels about Derek Carr. Derek Carr had a piss poor for. I know he threw 300 yards, had a touchdown and a pick, but some of these plays I was looking at, like one, he was just checking it down the whole time. Like he threw the ball to Kamara 14 times, and Kamara had 12 receptions. All of these were like checkdowns. And on top of that, he was missing like these wide open reads, which was like foolish. So yeah, I had the Jags, so that's 1-0 right there. Then we have the Raiders and Bears. I really want to. Garoppolo isn't playing, so I mean Garoppolo isn't playing, but I still feel like the Raiders are going to win. It's really tough. I really want to pick the Bears, but I'm going to go with the Raiders. Browns and Colts. I'm going to go with the Browns. Gardner Minshew's playing. Anthony Richardson's missing the rest of the season with season-ending shoulder surgery. He has such good potential. I really hope he can stay healthy because he's exciting to watch. Bills and Patriots. Bills by 1,000,000. Patriots suck. Washington against the Giants. Washington. Sorry, Anthony. Falcons and Buccaneers. I'm going to go with the Buccaneers. Lions and Ravens. This should be a good game. They are saying that the Ravens are... Right now, the Ravens are favored by 3 points. The Lions have the second best offense in the league behind the Dolphins. But the Ravens have a pretty good defense, too. If the Lions had David Montgomery, I'd pick the Lions, but I really do want to pick the Ravens here. I'm thinking a 28-24 game. I'm thinking of like a 28-24 kind of game or like a 27-24 kind of game. But it's really tough. And on top of that, Jahmyr Gibbs isn't 100% healthy, but it sounds like Dan Campbell's going to force feed him like he did with Montgomery this year. So it all depends if Gibbs can stay healthy, but I really want to pick the Ravens here. Steelers and Rams, give me the Rams. Cardinals and Seahawks, give me the Seahawks. Packers and Broncos, the Packers are only favored by a single point, but give me the Packers. Chargers and Chiefs, give me the Chiefs. Niners and Vikings, give me the Niners. Trent Williams, I think, is doubtful to play. Sunday Night Football, we got the Dolphins and Eagles. I really think that's game of the week, not to be biased. Eagles are debuting their Kelly Green jerseys. We also signed Julio Jones, and he will play tomorrow, and I'm excited to see how he does. So yeah, give me... We're getting everyone back. The only people we're missing is Reed Blankenship and Bradley Roby, which is going to obviously take a hit because we need our safeties against these speed demons. I think this game is going to be an absolute shootout, and that's what Vegas thinks. The over-under is 51.5, which is by far the highest scoring game of the week according to them. Give me the Eagles. Because here's the thing. Mostert has been tearing it up, but I don't see him doing much against our defensive line. Our defensive line is the best in the league against the rush. As for the air, that's going to be a question because, we have 2 speed demons, and I don't know if we're going to be able to keep up with them. Like I said, it's going to be a shootout, but if we can get pressure on Tua, I think we'll be okay. The Eagles, I'm surprised we're favored. We're favored by 3 points. I guess I'll take it. Give me you know what? Fuck it. Give me the Eagles. It's the Kelly Greens. There's no... Hopefully we don't lose in the Kelly Greens. So, yeah, that's it for my Week 7 picks. Now let's talk about the Phillies. We were up 2-0 in the series against the Diamondbacks, and then in back-to-back games, in a span of 24 hours, Craig Kimbrell costed us 2 games. So now it's a tied series. Now it's a best out of 3 series, thanks to Kimbrell. We had a 5-2 lead. Then Kimbrel just had to choke the game away. I hope he doesn't pitch today. I pray to God he doesn't pitch. We have Wheeler on the mound, so I'm feeling good about that. We'll have him for like 7 innings, which should be good. But I do not want to see Craig Kimbrel on the mound today. If he does, I'm telling you right now, I'm turning the game off. Call me a fake fan all you want. I do not want to see that fucker on the mound again. I don't know what Rob Thompson was doing either. So, Alec Bohm, I don't know why he's still at the 4th spot. It's not really working out. I don't know why he's putting in Orion Kerkering and Craig Kimbrel when they obviously aren't showing up in the moment. I thought Kerkering was a solid pitcher. Like, he was doing good against the Braves, but yesterday and the day before, he just was doing horrible. In a span of 8 pitches, he gave up 3 hits and a run 2 days ago. Yesterday, he couldn't even get the ball in the strike zone, and he fucking walked everyone. And then Kimbrel, like I said, gave up a walk-off the other day to Keelan Marte. And then yesterday, just gives up a game-tying homer. Oh, yeah, and then another one was given in. That's when Alvarado was in, but that's all because Kimbrel put the guys on base. So I do not want to see him for the rest of the playoffs. If we make it to the World Series, if we win this series and make the World Series, I do not want to see Craig Kimbrel at all. I do not want to see Orion Kerkering in there either until I don't know what. I don't know when. But I don't want to see those two. I want to see Lorenzen in. It sounds like Ranger Suarez is in the bullpen today, which is going to be awesome. I was waiting to see how long it would take for Rob Thompson to pull that card, getting our starting pitchers in the bullpen to like put the nail in the coffin. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But Ranger in the bullpen, I'm really liking that because he did good against the Diamondbacks. So we'll see. And then we have Nola on Monday, is it? So if we can win today and then close it out in Philly on Nola Day, that'd be great. But I do want to see some of our starting pitchers in the bullpen. For instance, if we have Suarez in the bullpen today, I really want to see him again in Game 5. No, this is Game 5. I'm a retard. I really want to see him in Game 6. But if not, I want to see Taijuan Walker. I don't know why. I don't know why we haven't really seen him. Here's the thing. I've never watched Sanchez pitch. And Sanchez, people are saying he did solid. I mean, he did okay, but after a while, he just started to lose control of his changeups, which I didn't like at all. And on top of that, he made. I think he's. From what I heard, he's like. I don't know. I really don't know much about Sanchez, but he made a mental mistake. We could have had a double play, and we didn't get that double play, and that resulted in a run not too long after, which was crucial. I mean, every run is crucial. So there's that. But I hope we can turn it around today. We have Wheeler, so I'm feeling comfortable about it, but we'll see. But that's it. That's all I have. So yeah, thank you for watching.